Welcome guys, I'm gonna do this video now for the third time because I realized in the previous video I've constantly accidentally switched between the scenes. So then I analyze and all you see is my face and you can't see the screen, which is what you're supposed to be seeing. So this is take three. Case study GU for the week. It's gonna be quicker now because every time I do it over and over again I just get tired and my eyes are very sore. I've been working all day in front of the PC at work, so blue light, looking at it, the screen the whole day, it gets exhausting. And I only have a few minutes because then Michaela and the baby is home and then it's fan time. So let's jump into it. Okay, remember last week we had our look back around the 16th, I think, and we had our low and high there, and we expect the price to return to the discounted area. In the discount, we looked for an order block, firstly the imbalance, order block and old high and low, which was there, the imbalance, and then the previous low. So that was our imbalance. And we were looking from this area for it to trade back into the premium. Let's just give this some color so that we can see the premium. Sorry, this one. Candlesticks. So we were looking for it to trade back from the discount to the premium. And then in the premium, we're looking to target, again, imbalance levels, order blocks, there, and old highs and lows, which is there and there. So they're all there. We're going to just mark them out a bit cleaner on the 1 hour time frame. Just want to make sure, yes, we're still seeing the chart. That's wonderful. So here we have them on the 1 hour time frame. Now, we have a level of imbalance there, and we have a order block. Let's just make this one gray, and then we have imbalance again, and again another order block there. Okay, so now how can we differentiate between which one has more importance, which one is more important? Well, we've reacted off of the discount. We can take a new tool from this swing to this low, and we can again look for the premium and discount. So we've reacted off of the the discount. We're going back to the premium. We can see this area is still in the discount, so this order block is the first area that's in the premium, so that's obviously the target. So if you've gotten in on a trade in discount on the 4 hour, that would be your target on the 1 hour. So I'm going to drop some points here that I'm going to later refer to, and in more content we're going to refer to it in more detail, but just looking at this now. So there we could have had a trade, and that's where we could have taken profit, secured, and left a runner to go all the way up towards the upside, because that is the last order block area. And we know that on the 4 hour we are in an uptrend, and we've reacted off of the discount. We're heading to premium, and that order block is in the premium. So we can always expect a reaction around this area. Once we've seen this reaction off of this order block, we adjust. Now we look at, this is now the new week, so we have our new low and our new high. Let's just give this some color, and we have a new premium and discount area. So we can see now that we've reacted off of the premium, so we're looking for the first imbalance, order block, or old high and low. In this case, old low within the discounted area. So now we can see where is our first level of importance within the discount, and that would be the imbalance, 1 hour. There we have it, and we can see a perfect reaction off of that imbalance on the 1 hour, and that's where our week more or less started, I think, in around this area. Let's just make sure the 13th was Monday. Yes, so our week started in this area. So this is now where we're going to start looking at price action. So just why I was bullish in the beginning of the week, turning bearish. You'll see, and it will make sense in a bit now. Remember, from the 4 hour, we've reacted off of the 4 hour point of interest from the premium, so discount. We're now going back towards the premium. So where's the most liquidity in the premium? Well, obviously the most liquidity is above the highs. And you'll see now why. Just remember this mark. Just remember that. Okay. So we'll now start looking at price action within this area. So I'm just going to press the replay button just to make it a bit cleaner and clearer, and then we'll look from there. Okay, so let's drop to the 15-minute for this. So on the 1 hour, we know we are bullish because we reacted off of the imbalance on the 1 hour. Okay, so let's pay attention to what we can see over here. So first of all, let's put in our days so we can just know what we're working with. 6, 10, night time. This is in a way. Again to 6, 5, 6. So I didn't miss a day. I don't think so. 12, 6. Okay. So we have our days marked out now. First of all, we can see now Sunday opened. Not exactly sure where the opening was, but we had a Asian session. Probably the low and high. It was relatively moving sideways. It's consolidated, we place our tool. We can see that we have a 1.5 block expansion, projection block, aligning with the 50% of the upper block of the imbalance. If we just project this towards the right, we can see it tapping there exactly. So guess what? There's your first entry on Monday, stop loss below the low, and we'll sort out take profits in just a bit. So I'm just going to keep it like that for now. That was Monday morning. Look at the timing. Oh, and our third confluence. So the first confluence was the higher time frame imbalance. Second confluence was the projection block, 1.5 projection block, aligning with that area. Third confluence was session opening, session timing. So if you just look at it, we have exactly 9 o'clock London open. London open exactly there. And then we move towards the upside. Then New York, there was entries as well, but I'm not going to focus too much on that now. Then we had this in Frankfurt open. Again, we had our Asian session, high and a low over there. We did not have an expansion or a projection block in this case. Just missed one, it was in 50. But if you look at the 5 minutes, we had our sell to buy in this area. It tapped 50%, so in this case we had this as our confluences, that box, and there was this entry. So remember, we're still bullish, so we're just looking for buys. There was that entry. So there was again entries here in New York session, but we're just focusing on London open in this case. So there was our trade there, and now I'll switch the screen again. No, I didn't. Okay, that's good. we need to look at expansions on both sides. So projection, sorry, we just use the projection block again towards the upside there, because we're looking at that in the future as well. More on this in the course, don't stress, more on this in the course there as well. So we use this for targets as well. 3 expansion projection blocks is a very good target if it aligns with structure. So there would be the target. 3 for the high of the day, and it yeah, that was the target. Pullback, so that, and then price just kept on going. So why does this feel like it should be? No, it is fine. Okay, so let's just get price going on. Shall I clear this? Sorry about this. I don't know why it's so slow today. Okay, while we're waiting, we can talk a bit. So what we doing with this projection blocks, we're expecting or helping us to predefine where we could possibly see the high and the lows forming. So we place them and then we use them to project potential highs and lows by using the Asian session. Ideally, if it's consolidated, moving more sideways, more compressed, not trending too much, but more compressed, and that's how we typically would use them. So let's just quickly look. Why is this still not working? Freezing out today. I really don't want to do this video for a 4th time. Then I might just not do it anymore. Let's reload it. What's the problem? Okay, so it didn't. Okay, let's just go to the 15-minute. Hopefully we don't get too many problems. So the entries were over there, and then we had the second one over there. So remember now, because of the 5-minute order block that we had over there, and we had the 3-minute expansion, so let's just so I took away now the cyclic lines. Sorry about this, guys. Really unprofessional. I am sorry. I do apologize. So there's our days back. So we just need to quickly place the highs and lows. And sorry, the expansion blocks. For this one as well, but was there. So there we had the trade for Monday, Tuesday, running up into the highs, and then this was Wednesday and Thursday today. So Wednesday was a retracement, Thursday again was the push towards the downside. So we'll get there in a bit. So just look at, so we had the 3 expansion over there, and on this side we had 3.5, 3.5 blocks taking the high. So you can keep these on, or keep them on and then hide them again, keep them on, hide them, and then you get these projections. So now we have 3.5. This is now where it gets a bit complicated, but just follow along. Now on the 4-hour, now I changed my face again because I pressed 2. The shortcut is 1 and 2. So on the 4-hour, so we've traded above this high now. So now we need to move back. I'll look back to 40 days, and we need to place a new high and low, high and low. Let's just give this color. and then we need to look for or imbalance, or block, high and low. So the first imbalance in the premium area. No imbalance, no imbalance, no imbalance, no imbalance. There we have the first imbalance. Boom, boom. Look at that. So imbalance. So first imbalance. Only the first imbalance that was available was there. No other imbalance in all of this area. And then order block. And there's the order block. Boom. So look now at the current price action on the 1 hour. We've tapped into the 3.5 of the previous day. We swept the highs. And we tapped into point A on the 4 hour. So that's where we trade off of. That's where we take profit. That's where you get the new entry. This is with New York open. So that's a New York trade. Where do we take profits? So we take us, where do we trade it to? So remember I alluded to this on the morning analysis yesterday, I think. With targeting, so here's the rule that I wanted to put out and we'll explain more on. Let's just use this. From 4H, we go to 1H. From 1H, go to 30 minutes. From 30 minutes, go to 15 minutes. From 15 minutes, go to 5 minutes. From a 4H point of interest, we target 1H point of interest. From a 1H point of interest, we target the 30-minute point of interest. From a 30-minute point of interest, we target 15 minutes. From the 15 minutes, the 5 minute. I hope you get the picture. And so we just step down a time frame all the time. So 4H point of interest, point A. Where should be the 1H point of interest? The first imbalance order block, high and low within the discount. Here's the discount. Green is discount. On the 1 hour, we look for the first discounted discounted point of interest. First one is the imbalance. There's the imbalance. Let's just make them more visible. There's our first target. What's the second target? The 1H order block, which is actually all these 3 down candles. So remember when I said on yesterday's analysis, this is going to be point B. From Wednesday morning I said we're looking for price to reach this area. There we have it. Guess what else? Monday's Asian session, where we created the high and the low for the week, potentially. Not yet sure because we still have Friday. High 3.5, low 3.5. Already tapped into 3. There's 3.5. So I bet this level is going to be tapped, hopefully. Well, 3 has already been tapped, but you see the confluence is stacked in this area. Confluence is stacked in point A. Where did we react off? So that was Tuesday's price action. Wednesday, let's go to the 50 minutes time frame. This is getting confusing, but just bear with me, we'll get you sorted out in the bootcamp. So there's our last buy to sell. As long as we stay below this level, inside this level, we're looking for shorts. We retrace into this area, react off it, and we break structure towards the downside. Then we had this pullback leading up to New York session into the order block. Perfectly tapped into it, and then we saw the sell-off happening into this area. So there's a lot to explain. I'm really struggling to get these concepts across because I'm afraid that you guys will understand it 100%. So that's why I'm really going to make a lot of these videos and really try to get the concepts across and help you understand them. And I'm going to post these before the webinar so that you can make notes of the questions. So after the bootcamps, after the bootcamps, you can ask these questions and we can go into more detail. And hopefully the bootcamps will answer all your questions. But that's the whole idea, so that these sessions can get your mind going, and then you can use these sessions, make notes and practice, and then come to the boot camps, ask your questions in the Q&A section that will probably be at the end. Yes, so this is just an overview of the week, not necessarily trade breakdowns every day. You can also see that when we look at this day's projections, let's do those two, so that day today, or it's typically if you have a large expansion day, 4 projection blocks is typically your target. So you see that also aligns in the vicinity of the imbalance, the order block, old high and low, all of them in here. So I took the trade from there, and then that is your trade for today. Okay, I think I'm going to stop now because this is a lot of information and I think maybe making you more confused now. So sorry about that. Yes, I hope that we'll eventually get to the conclusion or the answer that everyone is on the same track. So there we have GU for this week. I know it's a bit confusing. Really sorry about that. But I'm trying my best to bring these concepts across and trying my best to get you to really understand them 100%. So thank you for listening, watching, and sorry if it's confusing. Please DM me if you have any questions and I'll try to answer all of them. Thank you very much. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to be not as active tomorrow. We'll see how it goes, but this week has been quite intense for me. Yes, so I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. If I don't talk to you again, please send me questions via DM or on Discord. Please send them through and we'll get that sorted out. Have a wonderful day. Okay, bye.